What the police found inside this foster home shocked the entire community, and it all began with one little girl's secret. It was a cold evening on the outskirts of town, the kind where silence pressed heavy against the walls of forgotten houses. In one of those houses, tucked away behind broken fences and dim windows, a foster home stood. From the outside, it looked ordinary, just another rundown place trying to hold itself together, but inside, something was terribly wrong. Neighbors whispered about strange noises, crying at odd hours, and shadows moving long after midnight. Calls were made, complaints filed, but nothing ever stuck. Until one night, when a 911 call, anonymous, urgent, and chilling, changed everything. The dispatcher's voice trembled as she relayed the message. "There's a child in that house. She's in danger. Please. Hurry." 2 patrol officers were sent, Officers Daniels and Ruiz. They were not rookies. They had seen dark corners of humanity before, but as they approached the foster home, they both admitted something felt different. The house seemed to breathe, as if it held its own secrets. When they knocked, no one answered. But they could hear it, soft sobbing, muffled, from somewhere inside. Ruiz tried the handle. Locked. Daniels pounded harder, announcing police presence. Still nothing. Then a sound, footsteps rushing, furniture scraping, like someone trying to hide something. Without hesitation, Daniels shouted, "We're going in." And with one hard kick, the door swung open. The smell hit them first. Damp wood, spoiled food, and something else, fear. The living room was a mess, clothes scattered, plates unwashed, mattresses stacked against a wall. But what struck them most was the silence after they entered. The sobbing was gone. "Split up," Daniels whispered. He moved toward the back hallway while Ruiz checked the kitchen. Doors creaked as they opened one by one. Empty rooms, empty beds, until Daniels reached the last door on the left, locked from the outside. A padlock hung there, rusted but sturdy. His chest tightened. He knew. He swung his baton, breaking the lock, and pushed the door open. There she was. A little girl, no more than 10 years old, curled up in the corner. Her eyes wide, her face streaked with tears, her arms clutching a worn-out teddy bear with one ear missing. She didn't speak. She didn't move. She just stared. Daniels crouched low, his voice soft. "It's okay, you're safe now." But before he could reach her, Ruiz's voice echoed from the hall. "Daniels. You need to see this." Daniels looked at the girl again. Something about her eyes, it wasn't just fear. It was a warning. He backed away gently and joined Ruiz. What he saw nearly made him drop his flashlight. In the basement, hidden behind a false wall, they discovered cages. Small, metal cages. Chains, old toys. The place reeked of suffering. But it wasn't empty. Files were stacked in boxes. Names, ages, pictures of children. Dozens of them, some crossed out, others with addresses scrawled in red. This wasn't just a foster home. It was a hunting ground. The weight of realization crashed down on both officers. They weren't just rescuing one girl. They were standing inside the center of something much bigger, darker. Daniels rushed back to the girl, but when he entered the room again, she was standing now, clutching her teddy bear tight. And then, for the first time, she spoke. "They come at night," she whispered. His blood ran cold. "Who comes at night?" he asked. Her little voice cracked. "The ones who pretend to take care of us. They choose who leaves. They tell us not to tell. But I know. I know where the others are." She reached inside the teddy bear, tearing at the stitches, and pulled out a crumpled piece of paper. On it, more names, more addresses. Some in the city, some farther. Each one a potential house like this. Each one holding more children. Daniels and Ruiz exchanged a look. This was no longer a routine welfare check. This was a chain of nightmares, and this little girl was the key to exposing it all. Suddenly, footsteps thundered upstairs. The foster parents were back. Doors slammed, and a voice shouted, "Who's in my house?" Ruiz whispered, "Back up. Now." He grabbed his radio, calling for immediate support. But Daniels stayed with the girl, placing himself between her and the door. Her hand trembled as it clutched his sleeve. "Don't let them take me," she pleaded. Moments later, the foster father stormed in, face twisted with rage. But he froze at the sight of the badge, the gun, and most of all, the little girl standing free. What happened next unraveled fast. Shouts, struggle, the foster mother screaming, reinforcements bursting in. In minutes, the house of horrors was under control, the couple in handcuffs, and the little girl wrapped in a protective blanket. But the story didn't end there. Because of her secret, hidden in that teddy bear, dozens of children were found and rescued across the state. The names, the addresses, the files, all evidence that toppled a network disguised as foster care. And through it all, the girl remained brave. Reporters would later call her, the girl with the teddy bear secret. But to Daniels and Ruiz, she was something more, a survivor who had the courage to hold on to hope in a place built on fear. As she was led out of the house that night, she looked back once, whispering words that still haunt Daniels to this day. "Tell them I was here. Tell them I never forgot the others." The world would never forget her.